Hey, this is Peter. On today's segment, we are doing a after-dinner fancy schmancy charcuterie board. Let's dive in. Hey, this is Peter here, and I have an awesome segment today. Today we're doing a post-dinner charcuterie board, and I have an amazing guest, Sue from Spoonful of Sue. Say hi.
That's me. Hello, how are you?
Good, and you know what?
Thanks for having me.
No worries. Thanks for being here. Like, I know it's a holiday, I know everyone's kind of busy right now, but thank you for coming by.
No problem.
I am so stoked about this board. I love the fact that...
It looks, I can't wait to put it together. It looks amazing.
That's exactly what we're gonna do. Perfect. So, your job is gonna be to decorate the board. I kind of did I'm not a baker. I'm not gonna pretend to be that I'm a baker. I can make chocolate chip cookies.
That's good.
That's it.
Chocolate chip cookies are amazing.
When I found out you're a baker, I'm like, yes, awesome. Because I always want to do like a real baking, like awesome, fancy baking stuff. And these look amazing.
Well, I made them nice and fancy just for you.
High five on that one.
Yes.
Perfect.
So basically, I made some cupcakes, mini and regular, and some cakesicles, which I thought would go perfect with the theme of this board. Yeah, so this is exciting.
And the theme is we're doing a black and red, kind of fancy schmancy post-dinner party thing. And so your job is going to be to start decorating the board. This is your palette.
All right.
Go nuts. I have a couple of things here. I'm going to do the drinks because it is the holidays, and why not?
Sounds exciting, yes.
So we're doing a chocolate martini, and then we're going to finish off with a nice ice wine.
All right.
Sound good?
Everything sounds amazing.
Perfect. So you're going to start off with however you want to do it.
All right.
When I usually do a board, and the way I like to put the big stuff first, and then fill up around it.
Right, that makes sense.
So jump right into how you want to do it. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, especially about the cake pops, because they do look fantastic.
So big ones first, you said?
Big ones first.
All right.
There is no right or wrong.
Why is it better to do the bigger pieces?
It fills up the real estate more, and then people don't get stuck with empty spots. Because if you have an empty space here, you can throw in some different things there to fill it up.
Sense.
It just, logistically, it makes it easier to work with smaller spaces left over than big spaces at the end.
Okay, makes sense.
Like if you don't have enough spots here, then just take it out.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So how did you get into... Because you're a teacher.
Yes.
And you teach high school.
Yes.
Not easy.
There are moments.
Yeah, no,
but I would do it in
I know those moments because I was not the best student. Those are
the kids I actually enjoy teaching the most.
Oh, nice.
I would say 90% of the time.
Oh, nice. I wasn't that bad.
There is those moments where you're like,
Yeah, I wasn't that bad, but I had my moments.
I don't know. I think they make things a little bit spicy in some way, in a sense where you have to think on your toes.
Oh, you have to get fast.
Always. And
do you find that they're like testing you and stuff like that?
100%. Oh, 100%.
So like,
some on purpose for the most part. Sometimes they don't always do that, but I mean, they don't mean to be like that. I think it's just the way they are, right? So it's our job to kind of keep them in line and on the right path. Hopefully to be successful one day.
No, that's good. I think it's great.
All right, so how am I doing so far?
I was going to say, I freaking love how it's coming together. So you can even stack it up higher. Like,
on the grapes or something?
No, like almost like double, put two of the ones here.
Okay, yes.
Double them up that way.
I'll grab this one.
Yes. So the idea is like
layer it
exactly.
Like that.
Yeah, it could be you can overlap. There's no right or wrong on this.
All right, we'll try it this way actually.
Yeah, I like it.
Like that.
So throwing a couple of this.
Sure, that looks awesome.
That's what I'm talking about. Negative space right there.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah.
I love charcuterie boards,
nice.
Actually, yeah. I make the traditional meat and cheese, but I've never really done a dessert one. So this is actually kind of fun.
Oh, sweet. No, I'm glad you like it because these are so much fun. Whatever you want to grab, go nuts.
Raspberries.
So how did you get into from teaching? Was that your first passion, and then you got into baking?
I've always wanted to be a teacher. I think since high school, I had some great teachers, and this is where I want to give back what I have experienced myself. Even through elementary school, I think I had some pretty amazing teachers, and I think that was part of my path. And I was okay. Let's do this. So I knew pretty much that that's what I was going to do.
So how'd you get into the baking? How did that come about?
This kind of baking came later, but I've always baked. My mom, my background's Greek, so we bake all the time.
Great food.
Yeah. But we do like our sweets.
Yes.
So I would do it with my mom, bake with my mom, my grandmother when she was here. So yeah, that kind of started it. And then slowly, it evolved
so I gotta
to
ask,
this.
I gotta ask. You
Yes.
probably heard this 1,000 times.
Yes.
When that movie came out.
Oh gosh.
When that movie,
Big Fat Greek Wedding.
They're like, hey.
Oh, my dad was like obsessed with it, even though it was like total stereotypical.
Was he like, he's right, most words are Greek.
Well, there are, like, I could probably pinpoint relatives that I could like, that's this relative and that's that relative. Awesome. Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
I'm sure every culture too, right?
You're like, that happens. That
exactly.
They're way too soft on him. That would not.
Oh yeah, and the Windex and everything.
No, you like.
Yeah, well, okay, so do you want to know the story of Windex?
100%.
Because I will give it to you. Because,
I love doing this.
Okay, so it's not really Windex, but okay, so when I was in Greece, when I went to visit with my dad.
Okay.
He lives in a small village. Okay. So they have all these like, what are they called? Remedies, like homemade remedies. Gotcha. Like, they're in a small village. There's not a lot of, I guess, doctors and medications and all that stuff. So basically,
disregard that.
Disregard the spilling of the drink.
We'll keep going.
So the blue stuff is actually rubbing alcohol. They color it.
Oh.
So I guess so people don't drink it accidentally. Anyway.
So you just told a secret.
Yeah. So what you would do, the remedy was if you had aches and pains, you would rub it on your back. Oh, so that's kind of like what the movie was really all about, because I think it was like the magic elixir.
It was actually a legit thing.
Spray it on things. Gotcha. So I mean, maybe not zits and stuff, but I mean, I guess they were aches and pains or whatever.
So here we have, and I'll kind of spill a little bit, but here we have a couple of chocolate martinis.
Ooh.
I'm going to give you the red one.
The pretty one? Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome.
So, you want to take a sip now or no? You don't have
to.
Sure.
Yeah, we can.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you for having me.
Oh, that's good. And that's simple. All it is ice, a bit of Bailey's, chocolate milk. You can use the pre-made stuff or the homemade stuff. I like the homemade stuff better. And shake it up in a shaker, mixer, and just pour it, rim the glass. If you do spill a little bit, keep going. It's all good.
It's all good, right? You have another bottle. You have a full bottle. You can do whatever, right?
Yeah. By the end of the night, this is post dinner, so the kitchen probably will not be as clean as it is now.
And people, I'm sure, would have had a couple drinks already.
I'm not gonna lie. This may not be our first rodeo dipping into the base at this point.
So basically, people won't really care.
Exactly. So this is kind of like this board is looking amazing. You're doing an amazing job.
Oh, thank you. I should put this down. Hold on.
So you were mentioning, it's okay. That's why we have extra. That's why we have extra. No worries.
We'll fill it in. No problem.
So you were mentioning how about you have this like adapter thing to fill the cupcakes. Like.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's usually we have a piping bag and then there's piping tips. So depending, like I used a couple different ones here, and then you just pipe it on. So it does take practice. I did take a course, like it's like basic intro to like cake decorating, just for fun. And that's where really this started for me. So I just did it for fun with a coworker. She's like, you want to do it? I'm like, sure. And
was this during COVID?
No, this is like a long time ago.
Okay, no.
And then slowly I would, do cakes for my family.
Oh, that is wicked.
And then COVID actually skyrocketed, and it actually became a mini business for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
So it was pretty exciting.
So how do you were talking about piping that?
Yes, so we're going to use a couple of these.
And now like this board is like 90% done. We are pretty much done with it, and it looks amazing. And that's the whole thing of like doing charcuterie boards. It does not have to be as complicated as people think it is.
I like the fact that it's rustic, right? Like that's the whole point of a charcuterie board. It's not supposed to look perfect.
100%. It's got to be fun, accessible, good food. And what I love about the charcuterie board is the conversations that come.
Oh, 100%. And it's that sharing of food, right?
Yeah, I'm huge. Like, I'm Spanish background, Greek, so we always share food.
It's all about food. Like it's everything like revolves around food, really. Let's 100%. Be honest, right?
We plan the dinners, eat the meals, plan the next meal. Yeah, it is so good.
Yeah, and if you don't eat, you'll get in trouble.
100%,
I'm sure by someone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the pipettes are really easy. Like you said, it's like a eyedropper or dropper. So you squeeze it and then you just fill it up. And then you stick it in. So like you could stick it over. You can just put it in the side there, and there's different shapes.
So it kind of like just pre-fills itself.
Yep. Yeah, so you can, and then either drizzle it on top, or you can, take a shot and then take a bite. Do you want to try it?
I don't think we'll do a shot thing, but I'm going to try.
Maybe at the end we will do that.
Then just kind of.
Yeah, and if you have like different colored liqueurs or whatever, that would actually go really well into, and it can complement what you're serving, right?
Nice, that is awesome.
If you're serving ice wine, you could do it with ice wine. If you're doing Prosecco or something, that would also be really, really good as well, right?
That is a very cool tip. I did not know that. I like it.
Yeah, and they're kind of like neat, right? So you can just,
So whenever you find out something new, like with the whole baking thing, because the whole baking thing is like, it's a whole different world for me. So whenever you find something new, like, I gotta get that. Or do you kind of go more like the old school, like, no, I kind of like this one, I'm gonna stick with this?
I like to dabble in some new stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a traditionalist, really, but the odd, like I like trying new techniques or like gadgets like this.
Do you ever come across a gadget that's like you thought it would be amazing and it's 100%? This is not what I wanted.
There was one I almost bought and I didn't, which I'm thankful I didn't. It's like it's supposed to help you perfectly scrape a cake. It's just like normally you use just just a scraper, but this one has like it's an L shape and it's supposed to do both at the top and the bottom.
And did it?
I didn't buy it,
Oh, nice.
but I've heard like from people that it's just it's not worth it. So I'm glad I didn't go there.
Awesome. You know what? So now we're pretty much done. So now,
awesome.
So like I said, this is for me when I bring out this board. This is after dinner. So now everyone's already had, like you said, we had a couple of drinks, we had lots of food. So
everybody's relaxing.
Everyone's relaxing. So that's why these boards do not have to be looking perfect. They just want to be full. You want to be sweet. I like to balance out the sweet with some tart. So I have the raspberries, the strawberries, and the bottom line, you just want it to be fun.
Exactly.
You don't want to be stuck in the kitchen for hours doing this stuff.
No.
You don't want to be stuck there just prepping forever. So
you could probably do this ahead of time as well, right?
You could do a lot of it ahead of time, like the prepping. Like if you're cutting a lot of vegetables, 100%. But the fruits, pre-wash it, keep it. Like all that stuff is going to be done ahead of time. Like the less time you're spending away from the holidays, I find it gets more stressful on yourself.
Yeah, for sure. So you want to enjoy.
Yeah, you want to be
not just host, right?
You don't want to be in the kitchen with your back to everybody, coming out when everyone's already full. Then you're eating it. So
it's not.
Yeah, I mean, and we've all done that. We've all done that mistake. So now we're going to celebrate a little bit of ice wine because, like I said, it's the holidays. So have you had ice wine before? Are you a fan of ice wine? I have
actually, and I've gone to an ice wine winery.
Nice.
In Niagara, so and learned how it works and how it's made, and it's pretty interesting actually. Yeah, and I do enjoy it. I've had it a couple times.
So I didn't like ice wine. I didn't like ice wine at the beginning.
It's sweet, so it's definitely a palate changer.
The story was she's like, I don't like ice wines. She's like, you're drinking it wrong. I'm like, ma'am, I know how to drink. And,
you don't need to tell me.
I beg to differ. And she's like, no, you got to let it sit behind your tongue. That's why they have these cups with a little lip that actually sits behind your tongue. Oh, I didn't know that actually. Yeah, so you put it in your mouth and you let it sit there for a couple, so it warms up, or however she broke it down.
Right.
But it 100% changed the flavor of it.
The flavor of it. Yeah, and there's different kinds too. Like I know there's rosé versions or red versions.
So I'm not sure. This one is from Alvento Winery. It's a very cool Niagara-on-the-Lake winery.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very...
It's nice to support smaller wineries.
Support local business. I see what you did there. But yeah, thank you so much for coming by.
No problem.
And I love the fact that you were a teacher and then you did the entrepreneur thing with the small business. And I love the fact you're so busy, you're actually stopping a little bit. Because
Thank you. Well, you're probably very busy too with your business.
It's taking off and it's going really well.
That's exciting.
So it's going really well. And I'm having fun and I love doing this. But yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. Oh, that is good.
I drank it too fast. I should have left it on my...
You know, I have more cup.
I need to take another.
See? Again, I like what you did there. But these look at me. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try one. Let's see.
Go ahead. Should I spritz it with some
edible
glitter?
You're holding it on the glitter.
Oh, it works. Okay. So you can, again...
So what is... So now this is...
So this is
the bonus segment now.
Sparkle dust.
Okay.
So it's edible.
Okay.
100%. And again, you can put it on, you can actually even put it in your drinks if you want to.
Nice.
So it glitz it up.
All right.
But you can put it on your cupcakes, you do it on your fruit, wherever. So you can just...
Spritz away.
There you go.
Oh, that is awesome.
There you go. It's glitzing it up a little bit.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take this one. What are you going to take?
I think I'll take this little guy over here.
Beauty.
Oh, you didn't take one with a shot, though.
Oh, true. You know what? Here, I'll steal this one here.
All right, steal it. Yeah.
The magic of television.
There you go. So you can, again, drizzle on top, which can be a little messy, or you just, take the shot. And then take a bite.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Mm-hmm. And then you just take a bite.
Oh, that's good. That is
It's a little bittersweet there.
I like it.
It's good.
All right. So this is Peter from Boards with Chef Peter. Thank you so much for coming by.
Oh, thanks for having me.
I love it.
It's a pleasure.
A spoonful of Sue. Try it out.
Thank you. Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers, guys.